the more you diet, the more you gain weight. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but based on my practice and thousands of women that I've spoken to when they first came to see me for weight loss, and most of the time we're not talking about like a couple of kilos, it will be 10, 15, 90, 100 kilos. And if you look at the history of what's been happening, and I'll ask, what have you tried before to lose weight? 100 of them will reply that, yeah, I tried this diet, this diet, this diet, and there will be Atkins and Weight Watchers, keto, low carb, shakes, every diet under the sun, you name it. Sometimes it goes crazy. Maybe you saw one of my clients share that she tried a cookie diet. And initially, when they just wanted to lose weight for the first time and they went and tried their first diet, they never wanted to lose 100 kilos. They never wanted to lose 20 kilos. It never was at that level. Initially, it's a couple of kilos, maybe 1, 2, up to 5 kilos. So when we tried our first diet, we usually want to lose about a couple of kilos, roughly. But then over time, after all the efforts, all the restrictions, blood, sweat and tears, and all the diets that we've tried, for some reason, over time, it gets to, now I want to lose 8 kilos. Now I want to lose 10 kilos, 20, 30 kilos. So if initially something started and was just like a minor issue, a couple of kilos, over the years of doing the same thing, dieting, we sometimes multiply tenfold. And interestingly enough, the more harsh and restrictive diets we go on, it can be juice diets, it can be fasting, the more weight we end up gaining in long term. Yeah, initially we might lose weight and we can see like, oh, this week I lost a couple of kilos. But in the end, in the long run, we always gain much more weight. And I can say I noticed this staggered pattern. For example, we started here, let's take on the average. I was usually 60 kilos, now it's 63, 64. I went on a diet, maybe I went down to 60, 58, but then over time, it's already 66. Because I started maybe eating more, having more cravings, or after I broke the diet, I started finally loading myself with too many carbs or sugars. And now I go on a harsher diet and I lose weight again. But then after that, I keep gaining. So the pattern usually looks like this, right? So it's like this, tin, 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 and then it goes up and up and up. So the more time, effort, restrictions, stress we put on ourselves dieting, the more we lose in the end. And this is what I've noticed. And why is that? Well, the truth is, most of the time we overeat and we eat more than we need and we have cravings, not because we're actually physically hungry. Most of the time we have these cravings in the afternoon, after lunch, when we actually had a proper meal, or after dinner. And sometimes quite often what I hear, like, I'm actually full after dinner, I had a nice meal, but I still have this craving, I still want to eat something sweet. And then I stuff myself and I feel sick physically, but mentally I could keep going. So it's actually not physical hunger, it's a psychological hunger that we're trying to fix with food and with our cravings. And we constantly keep thinking about food because we want to. Of course, everyone wants to call me once I decided to record this video. So what happens is, usually we eat because we seek comfort, which means somewhere internally we process some stress, right? And by putting ourselves through more restrictions, demanding more from ourselves, we only increase that level of stress, that load, those expectations. And if sometimes we don't meet these expectations, when we are not perfect and we'll eat that cookie or we'll eat that ice cream, we'll blame ourselves, we'll feel guilty, we'll feel bad about ourselves, which over time leads only to even more cravings. And that's why we eat even more over time. And another thing, when I hear that, I don't know, I'm sometimes speechless. One of my clients also, when she came to the initial session with me, she said, I went through this diet when we have to set the alarm on our phone to eat every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. Just a teeny tiny meal, but every 30 minutes. It's kind of to speed up the metabolism and so that my stomach will shrink to a small size and therefore I will lose weight. When I hear that, we want to normalize food. We want to finish our meal and forget about it and keep going with our life, focus on more important things, to stop this constant chatter in our head about food, to stop thinking about food, to enjoy our meal again. And off we go with our day. But if we set the alarm and every 30 minutes we are feeding ourselves, we are training our brain to seek this food, to constantly keep thinking about food, we're doing the opposite. And even after we stop doing this, what it's going to do? It's like just fucks up our brain. So these diets and all these things, they only makes us thinking about food more and craving food more. And in the end, even if we resist initially with all our willpower and focus, after a while, when we're stressed, when we can't be bothered, we'll be just like, stuff it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna binge. I'm gonna eat whatever I want. And therefore we gain weight. Sometimes super quickly. We can try to lose weight for a long time. It takes time, but then to gain that weight back, it can happen like that. So again, if we do something and it doesn't work, or work in the opposite direction to where we want to be, maybe we should stop doing this. You know, a very famous person said, if you keep doing the same thing and expect different result, it's insanity. So if you've tried so many diets and none of them actually allowed you to achieve the results that you want and maintain them, most importantly maintain them long term, probably it's not the best thing to do. While instead, if we want not only to lose weight but to keep it off consistently on a daily basis, to maintain this healthy, beautiful shape, to enjoy it on a daily basis consistently, and also to have that peace of mind, to have this freedom and calmness inside, feeling relaxed around food, then we just need to, again, normalize it, to feel normal around food. The meal is just a meal. It can be nice, it can be delicious, and of course it should be nutritious and give us everything that we need for our energy, for our glow, for our charisma, for enjoying life, for doing what we want. But that's it. And in order to achieve this, all we need is to build healthy relationships with food. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please support me with your reactions, likes and comments. And if there's anything that you'd like to know, please also let me know in the comments below and share your thoughts about this topic, what you think about dieting, and maybe share your experience as well. I would love to hear that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.